Hello, everybody, and welcome to this author information session. I do not have a script, so I will be just ad-libbing here. And, I like being authentic. That's just the way it is. Um, my name is Anne-Marie Toss. I'm excited to have you here. My book is called The Simple Spiritual Guide for Clean Living, Practices for Healing, Growth, and Transformation. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Marvelous. I just want to talk about why this project is special to me. I think for me in the last few years, seeing the craziness in the world, I think it's important, at least it's important to me to have as many clean protocols as there is in the world so that we can look after our health in a way that is not, what's the word? Um, I think you know what I mean. Maybe you don't. Not structural. Is that a word? I think you know what I mean. And so I'm really passionate, and I think some of you know that I've hosted events, I've hosted workshops, and I try to include as many people that have cool, interesting, natural modalities for healing and growth and transformation. And so this is a powerful project. It's important to me. It's important to the world, I think, to get these modalities out and about to the outside world so they have options instead of calling their special practitioner and going, oh, I have a bump or I have a headache or I have whatever. I know there's a number of modalities that we can use that do not require those kind of phone calls. So I'm hoping I know this community is quite large. We've seen it grow and expand, especially in the last several years. Um, and I'm excited. I think this is important, valid, required, and I love it. It's really my heart. If you know me at all, you know it's my heart. I'd like to now introduce Laura DeFranco. She is our publisher, and she's going to introduce herself, and then we'll go from here.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining today. Anne-Marie is badass, y'all. So first of all, it takes something to say yes to being a leader in my world. And so I'm going to shout her out first because this is quite a project. And so, so thank you, Anne-Marie. Thanks for your vision and your mission and what you're doing here with this project and the amazing community that you have. So whether you guys are here live or you're watching this replay, um, the first thing really is gratitude from my heart to the leaders who are stepping up to build community, because we're not just publishing a book. We are building a community that will go on to do many other things besides publish this beautiful book. But that's, first on the agenda, and it's what I'm good at. I had a 30-year career in holistic physical therapy. That's what I did first, but I've been a writer for pretty much ever since I was a teenager. I started to self-publish my books back in 2012. I had an agent for a year. I shopped traditional publishing. I went through Hay House's self-publishing company called Balboa. I landed a publishing deal with a hybrid publisher. I've done a lot of things in publishing and started to build my first business and then my second business. And then I had a lot of my healer friends coming around to help, to request help with all of these things. And so I started teaching classes. And when we started to do the collaborative books like this one, something shifted big time, stepped into my purpose like never before. And to make a very long story short, we now have over 100 Amazon best-selling books, 17 book awards, authors in 25 countries around the world. And I love bragging about all of that. So it's been an amazing journey, an amazing ride. And now you guys are all in this energy of this much bigger thing than me running this show. And again, Anne-Marie, I'm grateful to you for wanting to be a part of it and to invite your community in. So you guys, please excuse my nasally voice. I have a cold that's pretty bad. And I told Anne-Marie if I have to go cough, she might have to take over. But what's so funny, Anne-Marie, as you opened up the call, I thought to myself, this is perfect. because they should also know that high on my list is to when I'm not feeling well is always natural remedies. And I have a toolkit that I go to when something is off kilter. And I am not a medication person. I'm an anti-surgery person. I'm kind of like, don't like the doctor's office. And as I've built that toolkit, I've kind of got my power back a little bit. And so there's power in this topic, is really what I
Yes.
want to say about it. Yes. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this book topic. So what else do you want to say about the about anything, Anne Marie, before we kind of talk a little bit about this writing and the chapters and all that?
Um, I'm hoping that I instill some passion to be part of this community. I am already a three-time best-selling author, and really nothing came from it. We wrote our book, we got the title, I can put it on my resume, but I want more. And oh, I'm getting goosebumps. What I like about this is the community that we have. Um, there's how many? There's, I think, 3,000 or something like that, or maybe even more people in this community. And we're all looking for the same modalities, not the same modalities, you know what I mean? Like we're all looking for natural, holistic ways to support one another and also to get the treatment or the help that we need. And I'm just really excited about the community that I have here. Now, I joined with Laura several months ago. I think Tina and I were talking, I think in October last year or something like that. And I was part of a program that's part of Laura's team. And we went to Tulum in Mexico and in the early part of December and had just an amazing experience, met all these other authors, and we're all over the world. And I'm getting goosebumps still. And just having this community, it feels like more than just getting our best-selling title. Because I mean, I could teach you how to do that yourself. I really could. I've self-published a few things and I didn't work on that part, but this is a community of people that I have met that I truly deeply like. Even after just a few days in Mexico, we were really connected. And that's what I love. It's not just about writing a book and going, yay, we got our best selling. We're part of a community now and we care about one another. And that's something that doesn't happen everywhere. And that's important to me too, especially right now. It feels like Angel and I went to an event last night here in Vernon, and it was like we are out, we are in public, and we are, with like-minded people at a concert. So it felt really good to be part of a community. And that's what I love most about this right now is the community.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. My favorite part of this whole
Yeah.
party. Okay, for those of you who are like, ooh, what am I getting myself into with this writing? So we love all levels of writers. If you're a beginner, I got you. If you are a little more seasoned, cool. You're going to learn something. So really, whatever stage you're at, I love the writing and I want to help you express in words you, your authentic self, your vision, your mission. And the chapters are structured to help. First of all, you write stuff that the writing comes alive and builds a know, love, and trust with your readers so that they'll want to come learn more about you when they're done reading your chapter. I have a mission to help the world experience what's possible in general. But I have a second very strong mission to help the thriving businesses behind my authors. So, whatever you're up to, we're going to craft this chapter that helps you do this thing that you want to do in a really, really powerful way. So, you all are writing a chapter that's about 2,500 words. And I would say give or take 500. Okay. So it's like a maximum of 3,000 word chapter. You get a 300 word bio in addition. That's part of your chapter. And we write a story, a real, authentic, vulnerable story about who we are and how we got to doing what we're doing in the world, followed by a section that is typically titled The Tool or the Practice or the Strategy, because the people coming into these books are not just anyone. They are experts in the world. Y'all have been around a minute and you have master teachings to share. So the second piece of the chapter is you teaching the reader a practical tool, strategy, practice. Anne-Marie, I'm not sure if you decided like what you want to call that second part of your book yet. The tool, the practice, the strategy.
I'm not sure. It'll be
Yeah,
one of those for sure. Yeah.
we're getting around to that. There's all kinds of versions of this. We've had the medicine. The newest one is the answer in Scott's book. I thought that was creative.
Yeah.
But that's where my experts are teaching, and the goal in that part of the chapter is to really let the reader have a practical experience with your work. And then of course when they, if you guys are Esther Hicks fans, she says words don't teach, experiences do. And I am after you giving them an experience in that part of the chapter. So then they want to come into the bio and they cannot wait to click on your link, have a discovery call, meet you, do whatever is next in your world, right? So that's a little bit about the chapter piece. And we go through coaching for the writing in the first part of the project. We have writing support calls. We have the editing phase, all meant to help you make this beautiful chapter come alive. Anne-Marie, anything else you want to talk about in terms of the writing piece or the chapter piece?
No, I just went through this with you, and it's a very masterful piece and a very well supported piece. Your questions get answered, you get tips and tricks, and the writing prompts and things are really, everything's really helpful. It was, I mean, I have 100 stories in my head. I swear I could sit down and just, if I had nothing else to do, I could write and write and write. So it's nice to have some sort of guidelines on how to put it all together, because this is a snippet. This is just a snippet. It's not 10,000 words. It's a small portion of what you offer, so that people get a taste and a teaser of what you offer. And that's really important.
And my secret wish, because all of you have multiple whole books inside of you, is
Yes, we
that
do.
you'll take what you learn. And then if you are ready to go do your own whole solo book later, you're going to have the tools from this project. And you're going to not only understand the writing pieces, but we can talk a little bit about the book launching and marketing pieces that you're going to learn as well, which might even be worth the price of admission that you invest in these projects, because understanding how to build a book launch team, getting it to bestseller, how to create community around a book topic and our community in the book, that stuff, you can take and run with it and use it for your own purposes and your own businesses and all the things you're doing with your books after this book. The collaborative launch, marketing and promotion, doing this as a group, is probably one of my favorite things ever. And not only will I coach it from start to finish, so you'll have the tools later, I will continue to invite all of the authors that come into the Brave Healer Productions world into my bigger community, which is over 3,000 authors strong and 25 countries around the world. So you're invited into networking events. You're invited into guest expert sessions. You're invited into basically everything that I'm doing. And a lot of what I'm talking about is free to you once you're in. And so this isn't just a transaction for a book project. This is like, welcome to the family. Like, let's do this together, you guys. Like, let's have a group of people that we can play in the sandbox with for as long as you guys want to. And so you'll see lots of those kinds of benefits. What else about that, Anne-Marie?
I think that summarizes it. Oh, Angel, should I unmute you, or do you want me to unmute you? Unmute. Ask to unmute.
Thank you.
Oh, there you
Hi,
go.
everyone. Yes, everything that Laura and Anne-Marie said is absolute fact. I've also been a lead author and have done, 8 or 9 projects with Laura. One of the main things for me Yes, the business stuff is great. You're going to learn a ton of stuff, not only in writing and the marketing, just like they said, but for me, this is a healing container. This is next level unpacking of your stuff. When you write your hero's journey, that first part of the story, the amount of healing that you go through and the clarity that comes, it is next level energy work. So for me, that has been one of the best things for me coming into Laura's world. And I've been playing, I don't know, 4 years, I think, 4 or 5 years now, 4 years. And not going to lie, there's been times that this woman saved my life through these book projects. It's the real deal. And that's why I'm here supporting Anne-Marie with this book, because our medicine, our magic, when we create in these kind of spaces in Laura's containers, you're just going to be blown away by the magic that's created in these spaces. It's next level.
Wonderful. Thank you, Angel.
Yeah.
I'm glad she brought that up. I usually don't open with, we are a safe space to heal as you share your story, but we are. And we are that because of, who I am and who I dedicated my life to understanding this mind, body, soul healing journey that we are all on. And so this is a little bit of a different kind of publishing. We kind of stand on that foundation, that this is a place where you get to explore. The method that I am in the current process of trademarking is called Brave Story Medicine. And it's basically because of what Angel said. So thank you, Angel, for reminding me to talk about that part.
Wonderful. Can we open to some questions? Does anyone have any questions? Is this time for that? We can do that.
And we're here basically for the remainder of the time to answer any questions you have. But Anne-Marie, I'm gonna, and also for purpose of the replay, the big question on people's minds is always, what's the investment to be a part of this? So can you just verbalize that?
Yes, it's a $2,000 Canadian, 1,700 US price point to come in.
Okay,
Is that
cool.
what you mean?
So, yep,
Yeah.
I want you guys to understand that there's an investment to be a part of this that we will over deliver on, probably well more than you can imagine. And we will talk about the benefits, including some direct ways to monetize that investment. But let's see if any of these amazing people here have any questions. So you guys, you could unmute, you could type it in the chat. We're here to answer anything that you have. Anything so far that you guys want to know? Not so far. No questions. Okay. So let's talk about like what you're investing in. So you are going to be getting expert writing guidance for all levels of writer, from beginner to advanced. I've trained with New York Times bestselling authors, billionaire bloggers, and copywriters. And I just love paying forward what I learn in every single project, really about everything. There's stuff I don't even talk about, some of the benefits that you get from me, because I have invested probably, I keep saying tens of thousands of dollars. It's been a lot of dollars over my career to learn new things about business building, about writing, about wealth building, about all the things that, everyone is interested in living a juicy life with. So you're getting that coaching, especially the writing coaching. You're getting the method, which is the Brave Story Medicine method. You're going to get some guidance in how to share your story in a powerful way, and really how to promote and market what you're up to with storytelling. It's one of the most powerful ways to share a business anyway. There's all the things that people talk about that I actually think are starting to sound kind of corny. And that is becoming an author establishes you as an expert and an authority in your field. And you guys hear this all day long, all over the place. They are saying it because it's true, though. And so get ready, because as a published author, you will be invited to speak more often. You'll be invited to guest on podcasts more often. You'll have something with you when you go to have a booth at a conference. There is something about that. And so our community is highly connected to stages and other visibility opportunities. And there have been many, many authors in my world who have gone on to do all sorts of awesome things like that, including several that have done TEDx talks and beyond, all the things you guys want to do. Okay. We are providing professional publishing and design services that, if you went out to go do this on your own, would cost you multiple thousands of dollars. I don't want to publish any book. You guys, we have published 17 award-winning books now. That's what I'm after. Like, after the first one or two, I'm like, Laura, what else is possible here? Like, let's go for the award-winning books. Like, what are we doing? Right. And so I'm not messing around, you guys. This is big potato stuff to me. Your legacy is my legacy. It matters. I want you to win a book award. And think about how cool that will sound, aside from this, oh, I'm an Amazon best-selling author. Da, 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 right? Like, what if you land clients from being in this book? What if you join a community that builds your business? What if? I'm after the stuff that comes after the book for you. Okay. So you're going to get all the benefits of having this published book and beyond. You're going to get a full professional media kit, including a press release that's distributed out to PR Newswire. You're going to get a professional author panel interview, content you can use forever to promote yourself. The direct way that you'll be able to monetize is a benefit that I think is pretty cool. You can purchase your paperback author copies at cost. Right now, they're $6.50. Okay. And you can purchase as many of those author copies as you want, and that benefit is not limited. So if you want to sell them for 20, 25, 30 bucks with your magical signature in them, you will be making some cash back on this project. And I want you guys to make that. I want you to make your investment back. All right. So if you like to speak at conferences or have tables and you want to order 30 books for that, great. 3 months later, you need 50 more books to sell. Great. The next year, you want to order 50 more books because you got another thing coming up. Great. This is unlimited. There are many, many, many publishers that limit this, and there's reasons they limit it. But my reason for not limiting it is, imagine 25 beautiful people in this book, and they all have world-changing, life-changing work to gift. Do I care how that work gets out in the... I want you guys to give books away. I want you to sell your books. I give books away. I want people's lives to be changed. So I'm not limiting that benefit for you right now.
Yes.
What else, Anne-Marie?
I know some pretty special people, like I'm looking at you, and I want people to get to know you. I know you, but this is my heart. I want people to know you. I know the work that you guys do, and it's magic, and it's beautiful, and it's important, and it's valid. So to me, having you with me is important. I don't know how to stress that enough. What you guys do is important and beautiful. So
Has
I want you
anyone
with me.
come up with any questions so far? I've got a couple more things I can share with you guys, but anything coming up so far with what I've listed, Angel?
The audiobooks
Yes, I
and
was just
the
about to
ebooks.
tell you guys how we distribute.
Yeah.
Your project is published with a Kindle or ebook and a paperback at once on Amazon, but we also distribute on Ingram Spark, and that's for bookstores. So if you have local bookstores and you want to go meet with the manager and say, hey, will you carry our book here? They are going to ask you, is this on Ingram Spark? And you'll be able to say yes. So we distribute on Amazon and Ingram Spark, an ebook and a paperback. And then I can't promise timing. It's usually like a month or two later. It depends on the lead author and how quickly this happens. You will also have an Audible. It's a little bit of a process to have an Audible, so it does not happen the same week that we launch the book, but it happens. And I had a really, really big goal to create an Audible out of all of our titles. And we're pretty close. We've been catching up, and now we have a lot of Audibles. In fact, a couple of authors came back to me and said, oh my gosh, after the Audible went out, I actually got a client call, or I got like the Audible, people really love their Audibles, right? That's how they consume books a lot of the time. Let's see. Angel, anything else you can think of with that piece that you wanted me to touch on?
You're still doing the podcast, right?
Yep. They're going to get interviewed in their author panel interview. In fact, we have a professional coming in to help me with that task. And that is an incredible piece of content. It's a YouTube interview, you guys. I call it a podcast, but it's my YouTube show.
The graphics, I guess there's you make graphics for everyone.
Professional media kit, y'all. You've got book covers, you have graphics to share on social, you've got press release, both written and the link that gets distributed. You have probably more things than I'm remembering in there. You've got basically everything you need to share. And one big thing that you need to understand is you own the right to your work. So, sorry, Anne Marie, it's starting here a little bit.
Do you want me to take over this part?
Well, it's the legal part, so I need to be able to speak it. What I want you guys to know that is if maybe Tina goes a year later and she wants to do her own solo book and she wants to bring her chapter over there. Yes, please. You can do it. I'm not going to limit where you put this material. The courtesy is to say, as originally published in this book. And we would love for you to do that, but we're not going to police that necessarily. We ask for you to do it as a courtesy. But that's a very common question that we get, do we own the rights to our work? And yes, you own the right to your work. I'm not here to take your stuff away from you. So we changed our author terms and conditions a couple of times because this was a really good problem to have, you guys, because we started to get approached by people who wanted to do like movie series, like a series, because collaborative books lend themselves to multiple episodes of like a series. And so we had two things that we couldn't go through with because our legal terms weren't in place. So we now have a legal terms and conditions that does allow us to accept things like that, but with your permission, obviously. So we would come back out to you and say, hey, you excited about this? And you could say yes or no. But I'm living and learning in the legal world with all of the publishing stuff. And I really want you guys to know that, I'm trying to have your back with everything that you want to do for your life and your vision and your mission.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can talk about the lead magnet thing too, if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
So one of the first things you can do with your chapter is actually use it as a lead magnet for your business. You know how we're always trying to give away a free thing to bring people in. You can use that chapter as the lead magnet to build your email, to give a free offering, and it's highly recommended to do that. They're also reading your chapter. You're also bringing them deeper into your business. So it's a already professionally formed lead magnet.
and it's easy to share parts of it. And I
Exactly.
also believe I will be doing videos with all of my authors too. So that'll be another
Another
something we can
podcast.
share too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, and what
Well,
I love too is that there's so many people in Vernon. Like with my project, all of my most of them were all over the world, but to have an author cast that is in our neighborhood, right? And there's two or three authors in my book that also live in Kelowna, and so it's like we're starting to have a hybrid Brave Healer community in the Okanagan,
Yeah.
which is
I would love that.
really cool. And then, with having access to Laura and having access to, like, with Anne Marie saying that we were in Tulum, there's other people there that are saying to us, do something in the summer and we'll come. Do something in the summer and we'll
Yes.
come. Everybody wants to come to the Okanagan. So we have an opportunity to attract other healers from our community to come and collaborate with us and do something together as a Brave Healer family, which is really cool.
Absolutely. I forgot about that because there are several people that can't wait to come here. So
Exactly.
that's really exciting.
so we mean to make this the best investment you've ever made in yourself. We will over deliver on that promise. And I want to just share my personal contact info in the chat for anyone who just wants to ask me questions off of this Zoom. You guys can email me at bewarriorlove@gmail.com, and I'll put everything in here. I'm just verbalizing it for the replay. And I'm also going to share my cell. So put me in your phone if you have questions later that come up, or you just want to chat about the project, or just curious about anything that we have going on. And Anne Marie, of course, can share my contact info with anybody who's listening later who wants it. I just want you guys to know that you've got a partner, and I will chat with you, and we have cool things happening. I want to invite you into that world, and I want to learn about you. I am also a super connector, so you are getting a pretty big benefit to be connected with somebody who can probably connect you to pretty much anyone you want to know. I've I've invested a lot of money in myself, my business, and in groups and communities. And so I've met a lot of really, really cool people in the last, gosh, we're going to celebrate 10 years as a company coming up this spring. So that's a pretty cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm really grateful to be part of this and to be introduced to you through Angel. So I'm just really excited about what this future holds for us in this area. And I really see it expanding us. And, it might be a little squirmy because we kind of like where we are, but by the same token, I think Laura's brand is imagine what's possible. I know that's not quite right. What is it, Laura?
experience we're here to help the
Ex-
world experience what's possible. Yes.
yes. So I would just like to see all you guys just really flourish and, walk on stages, talk on stages, because, I'm just such a huge fan of all the people I've had at my events. And so, you know, I'm just really excited for this opportunity to share you.
And Anne Marie, important to verbalize and get onto the recording as well for anyone else that listens later. What's the call to action if you guys are interested and you really would love a spot in this project? What do you want them to do? Have a chat with you?
Yeah.
Tell them what to do.
Have a chat with me. You can reach me on email, amtoss@protonmail.com. But usually if I'm going to send this, I'm going to give you the email address. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me on any of those messaging platforms. I don't think I have a link on my website, annemarietoss.com. It's for general information, but if you want to inquire about the book, then you can get on my email list there and I can respond to you there. I think that should do it. Or you can text and phone me at 250-503-4979 in Canada.
Super. So get with Anne Marie for a chat if you're interested in authoring a chapter in this amazing collaboration. I also popped in my LinkedIn. You guys can find me easily, Laura DeFranco, on LinkedIn. Please come connect, and
Yeah.
we can get connected over there. Yeah. So I think. So just I'm going to open it up for one more minute. Any question? You guys didn't have any questions today? For reals?
I don't have
Teresa?
any questions. I am really grateful to have been invited to this space. I'm going through a very big transition right now and needing to get myself stable. So I'm leaving the Okanagan to actually move to the city, which is something I didn't think I would be doing. But I feel like I'm part of this bridge of this old to the new. And I feel like there needs to be some light in the city. And I feel like what I've been going through on my journey for a very long time, this last couple of years has really been, I think, setting me up to be here. So
Yeah.
I, it's been a very wild year for me. I've literally shed a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm at a rock bottom, but I'm at a rock bottom, really beginning again, bringing my business into things, but on a different level, because I too feel like, as a creator of healthy baking and very passionate about how people um, connect with food on a healthy mindset way instead of it being depriving. And there's so much that I could talk about my passion around that.
Yeah.
But it's not a market thing for me. It's my creations are pricey because I use top quality ingredients. I'm very intentional with what I am creating, and so I think for me, I've been doing markets, but I'm just surviving, and I can't get out of the survival mode that I have been in all of my life.
Yeah.
And so right now, I'm like, there's a new space, and for me it's teaching. It's
I love
teaching
that for you,
people.
Tara Lee. I
I
love that for you.
have a little something I'm not going to share because we're supposed to keep it sort of to ourselves until that time is right, but I am
Yeah.
wanting to, as I reestablish myself, I feel that there's this desire, because I am a holistic health coach as well, and so I want I want to bring people back into the kitchen, back to their families. I want kids to get reconnected with food. Um, However, I could go on, like I said, but right now for me, financially, I need to get stable. Like I said, I've been
Yeah.
in survival mode for a really long time, and this last 8 months has really, it's really just, yeah, bringing me to a place where it's like do or die, Tara. Not do or die, but like it's time, girl.
Yeah.
So I need to get stable because I feel like, like us all, we have a place to shine in this world, but I need to come from a grounded, stable place. And so
Absolutely.
I'm going to keep connected with Anne as I have, and we will be connected. But I feel like potentially in some type of the near future, this is maybe something that I could see myself stepping into.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
so
Yeah,
just
I'm so
thank you.
grateful you came. Yeah,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having me and receiving me and just hearing my share. And I think it's a beautiful space. And so yeah, so like I said, one day I hope to
Wonderful.
be there with you. So thank you.
Okay, thanks, Tara Lee. Tina?
I'm thinking, I'm processing.
Okay, super.
I'm kind of like Tara Lee in the aspect that a lot of things are shifting for me right now. Um, there's still possibility. I just don't know yet how it's going to work like how it's going to work for me. So I kind of have to sit on it just a little bit longer.
Not a worry. Just wanted to know if you had any questions. I
Yeah.
totally understand. It's a huge transition time, a huge time of transition. You're not
Yeah,
alone.
and
Trust me.
I'm actually in what they classify as a personal 9 year in my own numerology right now.
Oh
So
man.
it is all about stepping back and reflection. And we've already had a universal 9 um in the world where we all went through this last year on a societal level.
And the year of the snake.
Now it's coming home, and it's coming home close, and it's like, okay, how am I unraveling this
Yeah.
so that I can step forward? As for questions, I think the only one that I have is Laura, you literally, when you were talking about the author copies and things like that, you were talking in US dollars, right?
I was.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not out of the running yet, Anne. I just got to figure it out.
Okay.
Our,
Well, and
our,
Sounds
also keep
good.
in mind we're halfway through the eclipse corridor, right? Like, yes, we're having our info session today, but that doesn't mean we should be making decisions today. So
Exactly.
lose that right now. That this is not decision making time. This is information gather
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing nothing until after this blood moon, period. So just honor that we're
I'm glad you
it's
I'm glad you put it that way.
when is that
Yes.
it,
Oh
moon
gosh.
coming? Somebody give me a
I've
date.
never been pressured.
March
Sorry,
3rd.
Laura.
Okay, thank you.
We
Yeah, and
are
my
we are
birthday's
out.
on the new moon coming up on the March 18.
Oh
And
my
Oh
goodness,
so,
boy.
girl.
and the snake, I'm so glad that snake is over.
You and me both. And we're all going through it. We all feel it. I hear you, see you, in it with
Mm,
you. And
thank you.
this last week was one of the hardest weeks that I've had in a very years,
Mm,
very long time. I hear you,
mm,
Tara Lee. I think you and I are paralleling
mm.
energetically. And that it just is what it is. And so that's also why I think wait till next week, but
Yeah.
coming together, there's power in numbers. We all feel this. We know it's truth. You know it in your
Mm,
bones, right?
yeah.
And so there's this trust, and my faith was shook too. It's been intense.
Yes.
But I think once we get out this eclipse corridor and get past this blood moon, because this eclipse corridor is attached to the
Mm,
one a year and a half ago,
mm.
and so we're clearing out a lot. And how many people said, I'm just clearing out this stuff? Like everybody had a same commonality thread, and I can feel it in all of you.
Yes,
So
definitely.
I do want
So,
to say, like, I really appreciated Angel sharing that it's a safe container and
yes,
that it has expanded you as you've had some, low times, but it has expanded you to be that support.
yeah,
Um,
yes.
and that's something that I really value because I find, I've learned a lot and I'm not religious and I'm no longer spiritual. I am me. And
yeah.
Ladies, I need to interject
oh, okay.
because this is a recording and we are
Oh, yeah,
getting
okay.
close to our time. And I wanted to give Teresa an opportunity if you have anything to ask, and if
Okay.
not, that's great. I just wanted to know if you had, and I don't mean to interrupt at all, but
No, but thank you. So just thank you for naming that. And
no problem.
again,
Yeah.
Teresa.
Thanks.
Teresa?
I have really enjoyed all the information here.
Yeah,
Excuse me. It's interesting because probably about 4 years ago, I had the notion or this thought and inspiration of writing a book. And too often we push those things down within us, or I think.
yeah,
Um, I reached when you actually posted this information, Anne Marie. I was really intrigued, and that's my purpose of showing up today and just gathering information. So, Laura,
perfect.
Angel, Anne Marie, I really appreciate everything you've offered. And I'm going to process all this and contemplate and review. I love it all.
I'm available at any time for any questions and concerns. And Laura also said she would be available. So I'm really grateful for all of you coming. Thank you, Laura, for an hour of your time. I really appreciate that. And I'm excited for this adventure and what it looks like for us.
Me too,
And
Anne Marie.
if you guys want to jump on another Zoom and just talk and connect without even talking business, just connect, we can do that too.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you,
everyone
Laura.
so
Anything
much for
else?
coming.
Oh, Laura said thank you for coming. I'm glad you guys came. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, all of you ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.